see what it look like.
No, it's straight. Good. See, I'll be here soon too. Yo, what's going on, man? This is another episode of Rap About TV. This morning we got a special guest with us, Javon Woods.
What's going on?
How you doing, brother? Yes, sir. I'm all right, man. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
Now let's just dive into it, man. Model, correct?
Yes.
Man, tell me a little bit about yourself, man, and how did you get started in this industry?
Well, you know, from here, DMV, born in DC, raised in Maryland. But basically, how I got started, I've always been involved in music. But recently I did a photo shoot with another individual with my condition, vitiligo, a female friend of mine. Just for fun, you know, a photo shoot just for fun, just something to joke around about. And we did a photo shoot and actually went viral. Got exposure from everywhere. Millions and millions of people saw this, reposted it. And pretty much from that, I just been booked and busy from that point on. So that's just me. I'm just out here representing that now.
So do you still do music?
Currently, yes, I'm still involved in music. I got a couple friends of mine, they got bands going on. I still help them out with a lot of things. So I'm currently trying to put a couple shows together myself. So yeah, I'm still involved in it.
Okay, because, all right, so you said the modeling thing took off, right? So that was, I guess, an unseen thing that happened for you. So let me ask you down the road, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as, are you going to take this, obviously you're taking it serious now, but are you going to really go all in with the modeling, or you got one foot in with the music, one foot with the modeling? Like, how you plan on doing that?
At this point, I'm kind of like head forward with the modeling. That's probably my bread and butter right now.
Right.
So I'm definitely diving head first into that right now, and you know, music is kind of my side thing right now, but I'm definitely more involved in my modeling career right now.
And you gotta speak to them about the history of the music so people know exactly the history that you got to it, because I don't think they know.
Yeah. So when I say I was involved in music, I definitely started in go-go. You know, definitely that was something definitely big in this area.
What band by Chad?
I started with a couple bands. I started actually singing with the band called SMG. I did that for a couple years, and I actually started managing them I did that for maybe like 3 or 4 years. After that, I managed a band called All Stars. I did that for maybe like a year. And then after that, I stepped away from go-go, and I managed an 80 progressive band called Marley in the Mix.
Familiar with them.
Yeah, I did that for 5 years, and here I am now.
Right, okay. So, you said, you know, obviously you have vitiligo, did I say it correct?
Yeah, vitiligo.
Vitiligo. So, you're an advocate for that?
Correct.
So, one, why did you feel is that there need to be an advocate for that? Have you faced anything in the industry, you know, any biasness, anything in the industry politics related to that?
I mean, I definitely felt like I needed to do that because me growing up, I never had that. You know what I'm saying? I never really had a face or a person to look up to. You know what I'm saying? So I made a decision to put myself out there for people to, you know, people always tell me, you know, I want to be confident as you. So I always let people know you can be confident as you know what I'm saying? So I made a decision to, you know, let it be known that you can take pictures, you can be out here, you can wear whatever you want, you don't have to wear makeup, you don't have to hide yourself, you can be whoever you want to be. So that's why I made the decision to do that. But as far as politics, I haven't really got any negative things yet. Everything has always been very positive on that. You know, you always get a couple haters, you know what I'm saying, that say stuff here and there, you know what I'm saying. You just brush that off and keep doing what you're doing. But yeah, I haven't really had any negative, you know, outlooks or feedback yet.
So what age did this happen for you? Did you start noticing the change?
I was probably like 10 or 11. Okay. And you know, with vitiligo, it starts off very, you know, one spot and, you know, progresses over time. So you know, started, you know, in small areas, you know, as time goes on, you know,
Right. So, cause years ago, like now I'm looking at the atmosphere, you know, where we at now, and it's you know, I'm not saying I don't use the word accepted, but in the industry is, you know, they get a lot of calls. Y'all get a lot of calls, you know, to model, get magazines, this, that, and the third. So the confidence I see is at an all-time high. So do you think, you know, what point did that change? Because I said about 10 years ago, you know, everyone would have been shy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Why do you think that change turned? And you know,
I definitely think because, you know, it started to be a trend of, you know, things to be different. You know what I'm saying? People didn't want to see the same thing anymore. So it definitely became a trend to be different, to look different. So, you know, I always stood out in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So it was always, you know what I'm saying, you stood out, that was a cool thing, you know what I'm saying? So I really started to notice that myself maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Especially with Marley and the Mix, when I was managing that band. Being in that atmosphere, being in that scene, being in, you know, the type of crowd that we would draw, you know what I'm saying? We were a different band ourselves, so, you know what I'm saying? I seen the attraction to a difference into how people wanted to stand alone from what the norm was, so. Yeah, I definitely noticed that probably like, you know, 4 or 5 years ago myself.
Dope.
And what's your overall goal that you want to accomplish?
I would say I would just want to be the biggest face of, you know, of the life. I want to definitely bring together a relationship, a community to let people know we can all, you know what I'm saying, we all suffer from the same thing, but we don't all have to be, you know what I'm saying, a box. You know what I'm saying? We can all show beauty in what we got going on, you know what I'm saying? We can all be whatever we want to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the main goal, that's my main accomplishment.
So, being in this industry, you know, music and modeling. So, what words you have for the young 15-year-old you, or the other 15-year-old that want to, you know, I want to grow up and be this. I want to be like him. What would you give him advice, you know, as he enters this?
I would just say, you know what I'm saying, whatever your dreams are, don't ever let nobody tell you you can't do that or you can't be that. It's actually funny, a 14-year-old wrote me the other day, said, I want to be a model just like you. So I'm actually going to set up a photo shoot for her, you know what I'm saying, in the next coming weeks, you know what I'm saying, get her a model book and everything, just to let her know this, you can do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be. So I would just tell them, like I said, don't ever let nobody stop you, don't ever let nobody tell you that you can't do that, you know what I'm saying, that you can do whatever you want to be, whatever you want to be.
Right. And what's been the biggest transition from the music to modeling? Like, what's been your biggest, maybe, hurdle that you had to accomplish doing that, or for you, whether it be whatever it is?
I would say the biggest transition, because I've been in business, you know what I'm saying, on the music side, it's been kind of a good transition because now I can do business with the modeling myself, you know what I'm saying? I kind of manage and model, you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of my stuff myself, you know what I'm saying? So that's been a good transition for me, business-wise, you know what I'm saying? But I would say the biggest hurdle is just learning the industry, you know what I'm saying? Learning how things go, you know what I'm saying? Learning how a photo shoot is set up, you know what I'm saying? Learning, you know what I'm saying, how to make money doing this, you know what I'm saying?
And it's funny you say that, because that was going to be actually my next question. You know, you got a bunch of Instagram models, everybody want to be a model, but they don't know the business. So what is that business like? How do you move in there? Is it similar to moving in music? Is it a similar way in how you hustle it? Or?
I mean, it's very, very similar. You know what I'm saying, in my experience is pretty much being, you know, getting booked, talking business, you know what I'm saying, negotiating what you want to do, how you want to move, and, you know what I'm saying, setting your standards and moving forward with that. So I would say it's very similar to music. It's not really a difference. It's just two different entities. But yeah, it's not really too big of a difference, honestly.
Right. Okay, bet. Well, we get back, we'll dive into some more, you know, current events and things of that nature. Just give the people, you know, your social media account, websites you got, anything they could keep up and follow you with.
As of right now, just got IG, J_Javon, JAY_JOVAN. Yeah, definitely follow me, hit me up.
All right, bet. Say, you know what it is, man. We be back. It's Rap About TV.
We diving into this R. Kelly thing.
Oh my gosh, dude. All right, so we got.